What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we are doing week 7 predictions for the 2017 through 2018 NFL season. And today, last week was a completely bad week for me. I went 5-9 straight up, 5-9. What saved me a little bit, which kind of balances out though, but I changed my Los Angeles Chargers versus Oakland Raiders pick from the Raiders to the Chargers, and I got that one right. But I changed the Colts pick, the Colts versus Titans pick to the Colts, and the Titans wound up winning. I almost predicted the score too, because initially I went with the Titans. I predicted 34-24, and it was 36-22. So I was very close, and I'm getting really close to predicting these games. I know the outcome of these games for the most part, just not who really wins it too much, but I don't know. I went with my second instinct and it balanced out anyway. So 5-9 straight up. That brings me to a 52-39 straight up record. That's that's bad, man. I don't know. I had nothing to say. I definitely got to get better at predicting these games. And then against the spread, I actually did pretty well. Not too bad for my standards. I went 7-7 against the spread, so that's not that bad. And my sports fan entertainment rank is 95th. Again, I missed a Thursday night football game, which I could have won, and I would have been higher up. But it is what it is. No excuses. 95th right now, and it looks very unlikely to crack the top 3. I'm just trying to get within the top 50, if anything. So there's that. So let's start off Thursday night football. We've got the Chiefs at the Raiders. This is going to be, I don't know if this is even going to be a game. Derek Carr didn't look like the Derek Carr we all know and love when he was playing the Los Angeles Chargers, and the guy has a broken back. I don't even know why they're playing Derek Carr right now. I mean, they're 2-4 right now. They shouldn't, sure. Do they really think they're gonna do something this season with the defense that they have? Like I expected them. I predicted them to go to the Super Bowl, but I thought their defense was gonna be a little better than it is now. That defense is really bad. So I don't know. Derek Carr needs to get his back better. I mean, he has a broken back, and he's still playing. So you have to make sure he doesn't take too many chances out the pocket. He's gonna have to take some sacks. When healthy, he doesn't really need to. So that could definitely affect the outcome of the game. And the Chiefs, they're coming off their first loss against the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the Pittsburgh Steelers being the biggest Jekyll and Hyde team you'll ever know at all in the NFL. But the Chiefs are coming off a loss. They're going to want this win here. The Chiefs are infamous for beating the Raiders in a blowout fashion. So we're going to take the Chiefs here 26-17. Take Kansas City -3. The Buccaneers at the Bills. The Buccaneers got demolished against the Arizona Cardinals. I think it was a 5-point game at the end, but that was not how it was. At one point I think there was a 24-point lead in the game. So they got blown out by the Arizona Cardinals, and the Arizona Cardinals aren't that good this year. And then you got the Bills, who have an outstanding defense. Their offense isn't going to win you games, but it's their defense that is. And this is going to be a tight, contested game like most of the Buffalo Bills games are. So I'm going to take the Bills to win this game 20-13. Take Buffalo -3. And is Jameis Winston going to play? I think he is going to play still. I don't think his injury is that severe. But take the Bills -3. Moving on to the Panthers at the Bears. Now the Bears play pretty well at home, so I don't know if this may be another game that Carolina loses. It could be, but I'm not going to take it right now. And it's so hard to predict these games now in the NFL. I kind of like it, but I wish I was prepared for it in a way, because I always wanted to have football games literally be in every Sunday type of thing, any given Sunday type of thing. where bad teams beat good teams lose to bad teams, and stuff like that. So I wanted it like that, but I wish I was prepared for it so I could predict these games a little better. But maybe next year, if it's the same next year, we'll be better at predicting them. But the Bears could beat the Panthers here. Any team could beat any team. So we saw that against the Giants, against the Denver Broncos. That's insane. So, but I'm still going to have the Panthers winning here. They're coming off a tough loss to the Philadelphia Eagles. Sure, you could argue they could have gotten blown out, but they stood in that game for the most part. And in my opinion, the Philadelphia Eagles are the second best team in the league right now. So there's that. So that holds some merit to this game. The Bears don't have the best defense. Their offense is pretty bad. They were able to stick around with the Baltimore Ravens and ultimately win that game. But this is a different team. The Panthers, I believe, are a better team than the Ravens. So I'm going to take the Panthers to win, and they have a better offense as well. So I'm going to take the Panthers here, 24-13. Take Carolina -3. The Titans at the Browns. Marcus Mariota, he's coming off an injury. I thought he wasn't going to play this, and I really got to check these injuries before a game starts, because that's why I changed my pick. I thought Marcus Mariota wasn't playing. But I really got to check injuries and stuff. But he played very well last game, besides the pick 6 that he threw to John Simon, but played very well against the Colts, a team that the Tennessee Titans haven't beaten since 2011. Literally haven't beaten them since 2011. Got swept every year besides that. So, great win for them here, and they're facing the Browns. I mean, is there really anything to talk about right now? I'm taking the Titans 31-16. Take Tennessee -6. The Saints at the Packers. The Packers lost Aaron Rodgers. Brett Hundley doesn't look like he's ready to start any football games. So I don't think he's going to hang in with the Saints. Especially the Saints defense have been picking it up lately. Usually they're a liability. Right now they've been forcing turnovers. They did very well against Matt Stafford and the Lions. Sure, they let up a lot of points towards the end of the game, but I think they were just, letting their foot off the pedal, if you want to say it like that. So I think the Saints defense could hold up here against the Packers. I expect them to, because Brett Hundley, like I said, I don't think he's ready to start an NFL game yet. So I'm going to take the Saints here, 31-13. Take New Orleans -5. The Jaguars at the Colts. The Colts are coming off a very disappointing loss in a game that they completely dominated the first half. And it was all field goals from the Tennessee Titans, but they allowed a comeback for the Tennessee Titans, and they ultimately lost the game. So, and the Jaguars, I think, have a better defense than the Titans. Most definitely have a better defense than the Titans. Their offense is definitely not better, but still their defense is a lot better, and it's going to be a tough time for Jacoby Brissett to, move the ball down the field efficiently for the Colts. So, with that being said, I think the Jaguars are going to get another win here, and that would mean they're still competing in the AFC South. Who would have thought that? I mean, I had them as a sleeper in the in my predictions video, my NFC prediction videos. I had them as a sleeper to make the playoffs, but I wasn't going to expect them to win the division. I thought they would be a sleeper to make the wild card or something like that, but they're doing very well right now. They have one of the best rosters in the NFL. I think they're starting to gel together a little bit, which is what I want to see, and they're definitely leaning off of the rookie Leonard Fournette, who's having a monster season. It's being undershadowed by Kareem Hunt, but he's having a great season right now. I'm going to take the Jaguars to win this game 27-21. Take Jacksonville -3. The Cardinals at the Rams. This game is usually when the Cardinals and the Rams play, it's always competitive, whether it's low scoring, whether it's high scoring. So I expect this to be a good game. Adrian Peterson ran all over the Buccaneers, but remember, the Buccaneers don't have the best run defense, so that may be a little sugarcoating something, because keep in mind, the Arizona Cardinals before that game had the worst run game in the league, and I know Adrian Peterson is still a great running back, but is he really going to have an effect on this Rams front seven, a very good front seven for the Rams? So I think he's not going to run. He's not going to have a monster day like he did against the Buccaneers. And the Rams play the Cardinals pretty tough. So I'm going to take the Rams to still win this game. It wouldn't surprise me if the Cardinals win this game. But I'm going to take the Rams here, 35-30. Take Los Angeles -3.5. The Jets at the Dolphins. A lot of people are going to be picking the Dolphins. I'm actually going to side with the Jets. I think they just look like a better team right now. The Dolphins squeaked away with a win against the Titans, 16-10, in a game they had no business winning whatsoever. If Marcus Mariota was playing that game, it's a blowout. And Jay Cutler threw for 90 yards that game, and they still came out with the win. So that's not good. They go against the Atlanta Falcons. It was a great comeback, don't get me wrong, but I just didn't think they looked that good there. And you're facing the Jets, who really got robbed of a potential win against the New England Patriots, in which Austin Severian Jenkins, I still don't get that call, but I have to look into it more, but I still don't get that call. It was ruled initially a touchdown, then they got reviewed, and then all of a sudden New England gets the ball back. It was a turnover, it was a touchback or something like that. And I don't know, but they were definitely robbed of a potential win there. That would have tied the game up, and we would be having a different conversation. We would be possibly saying that the Jets won that game against the Patriots, and that's pretty impressive. Even though they're division rivals, that's still very impressive. I'm going to take the Jets here to win this game. I just think they look like a better team right now. So, and who would have thought who would have thought anybody would say that? But with Josh McCown at quarterback, oh my God, Josh McCown is playing more than 6 games so far. That's insane to me. Every other team he's played with, he's at least gotten hurt by this time. And so maybe I just jinxed it, but Josh McCown playing pretty well right now for the Jets. And I'm going to have the Jets winning this game 17-13. Take the Jets in an upset +3. The Ravens at the Vikings. The Vikings are looking really good right now. I'm talking really good. They did squeak away with a win there against the Packers in a blowout fashion, sort of 23-10, a very good score. But I mean, you have to think of maybe would it have been different if Aaron Rodgers stood the whole game. But still, the Vikings look very good, and the Vikings have the best quarterback situation in the NFL right now. Teddy Bridgewater, who's your starter, is now allowed to practice again. Will he play this week? I'm probably not. And then you have Sam Bradford, who is a pretty good quarterback. He's not, a world beater, but he's definitely a good quarterback. And then you got a very decent, who's probably better than Sam Bradford, Case Keenum for the team. Case Keenum can sling the ball, man. So you got to like the quarterback situation for the Minnesota Vikings. They can throw anybody in there and get production out of it. On top of that, they don't have to lean on their offense to win games. Their offense blows people out, yes, but it's their defense that's keeping these games in a blowout fashion. They're not allowing a lot of points. So I'm going to take the Vikings to win this game. The Ravens have their own struggles with moving the ball down the field. We've seen that the whole season so far. They have problems moving the ball down the field. They may have found their running back in Alex Collins, something I've been saying to start him, give him more carries, and they have been doing that, but I don't think it's enough to beat this Vikings team, who have a very stout defense. Give me the Vikings 27-17. Take Minnesota -5.5. The Cowboys at the 49ers. A lot of people are saying maybe the 49ers can get their first win here. It is possible, but it's very unlikely. I don't think that the 49ers will get their first win here. The Cowboys don't really have a bad track record, in away games, so that's definitely not a reason. The Cowboys have been struggling, with winning games, with closing out games, but that's not to say, they have a bad offense. Their defense sucks, but I don't know. I just don't think that the Cowboys can lose this game. Would it surprise me? Absolutely not, by what we've seen so far this year from certain games. But it definitely would put a little shock into me that the Cowboys lost to a winless 49ers team. But we've seen that against Denver and the Giants. So anything's possible. So I'm going to take the Cowboys here to still win the game 26-22. I am going to take San Francisco plus the 6. Because I think it will be a closer game with the Cowboys' struggling defense. And the 49ers don't have a bad offense. Carlos Hyde is a complete monster. Matt Breida is a good change of pace back. Brian Hoyer, I think he got benched last week. C.J. Beathard actually kept the team in the game against the Redskins, and he may get to start next week. And I'm actually not opposed to that. I think C.J. Beathard is looking good right now, and he looked good in the preseason, so give him a try, see what he does. But against a weak Cowboys secondary. So we'll see what happens, but I got the Cowboys winning this game 26-22. +6 for San Francisco. The Bengals at the Steelers. I love watching these games. The Bengals at the Steelers, whether it's a playoff game or a regular season game, I love watching these two teams play. It's always smash mouth football. Never any high scoring games. I'm talking like the winning team barely hits 20 points, and I expect that in this game. I've got the Bengals to win this game, though. They're coming off their bye, and their offense have been really looking good lately. So ever since they fired their offensive coordinator, they've been looking very well on offense. So I'm going to trust that the defense holds their own against the Steelers, who they play twice a year. So I'm going to take the Bengals to win this game, even though they're playing on the road. Going to take the Bengals 16-13. Take Cincinnati +5.5. The Broncos at the Chargers. I know the Chargers always get one on the Broncos, and they're playing at home. But I think the Broncos are coming off a trap game against the Giants. They're going to want a win here. The Chargers don't look good. So, I mean, they beat the Oakland Raiders, but, I mean, they usually play the Oakland Raiders very tough despite the record. And they also play the Broncos very tough, but I don't know. I just feel, matter of fact, I can't do it. I'm going to have the Chargers winning this game. I've been trying to convince myself of this because just like just like the New York Giants, who they just played, the Broncos have a depleted wide receiving core. They're probably going to be without Demaryius Thomas. They're probably going to be without Emmanuel Sanders. That means they have to lean to Benny Fowler, Jordan Taylor, that Derby kid. I don't know if he's a tight end or he looks like a hybrid, but that Derby kid. So, I mean, not looking good right now. They'll have to lean on their tight end, but their tight end situation isn't very good right now. They've got Virgil Green as their tight end. I think Virgil Green is their starter now. Is he? I don't know. But anyway, they got him, or Hewerman. I think he's the starting tight end. But I don't know. Whatever it is, they can't lean on them either. So they're going to have to lean on their run game. The good thing is that the Chargers have a terrible run defense. That's the good thing. But will they be able to lean on that the whole time? Trevor Siemian's also hurt. You got a bad situation there with the Broncos. You know what? I'm going to take the Chargers here. I'm switching my pick. And just like that, the Chargers are now looked at to possibly making the playoffs. Not winning the division, because I think Kansas City already ran away with that, but possibly making the playoffs. I mean, they're just one game behind Denver right now. Denver has 3 wins. The Chargers have 2 wins. You know, back in week 4 and week 3, we were having a conversation that the Chargers would have a top 5 pick in the draft, and they're actually squeaking away with wins here, especially in their division, which helps them. So I'm going to take the Chargers to win 24-19. Take Denver +2. Seahawks at the Giants. I don't know if I could trust the Giants yet with winning this game. I'm sure they beat the Denver Broncos. That just could have been a trap game for the Broncos. I don't know if I'm ready to have the Giants winning this game yet. So I've got the Seahawks winning this game 23-16. Take Seattle -5.5. The Seahawks defense, to me, it looks good. I don't think we're going to be able to run on them. We're definitely going to try now with Mike Sullivan at offensive coordinator. We're definitely going to try, but I don't think we're going to be able to run that much, so we'll have to pass it, and there's no one to pass to. So I think Sterling Shepard will probably be back, but I don't know. Moving on to the Falcons versus the Patriots, the Super Bowl 51 matchup. Once again, the Falcons just blew a lead to the Miami Dolphins, who are not nearly a better team than the New England Patriots, despite their terrible defense. But I'm going to take the Patriots to win this game 27-23. Take New England -3.5. I don't think the Falcons have any business winning this game. They look really bad right now. Matt Ryan not having the MVP year he had last year. Moving on, and he's very susceptible to throwing picks now, which came out of nowhere. He's not really one to throw interceptions, but he seems to be throwing multi-interceptions every game. So keep your eye out for that game. Then we've got Sunday Night Football, the Redskins at the Eagles. I don't know. Because the Eagles could sweep the Redskins, but would that be like too much? Because they've been getting swept by the Redskins they've been getting swept by the Redskins for years now. Are they just going to turn it around immediately and just sweep the Washington Redskins? And I'm going to have them sweeping them here, but it wouldn't surprise me if the Redskins come out with a win here. But I'm going to take the Philadelphia Eagles to win 24-20. Take Washington plus the 5, though. And those are my picks, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.